Anyone who deals professionally in sales must know how to best show the value of their business proposal to a potential buyer. And the first 30 seconds of a cold call is the most important. Those first 30 seconds will decide where you will get your client's attention or you will be brushed off right away. Making a cold call, you need to know how to make your product, service, idea, or whatever you offer interesting enough to engage your client. Smoothly set an appointment if necessary, make presentation and move on to the next stage of the sales process. Generating interest can be done in many different ways. Basically, everything can work and there is no one single route that guarantees success every single time. However, some ways are better than others, there are rules to follow, mistakes to avoid, and sales advice that lead nowhere. In this video, I will focus on the 3 things that I've tested personally thousands of times. I've been actively involved in sales for over 15 years, so these are not crappy sales advice that sounds smart and nice but not really works, but proven and tested methods that will help you to arouse your client interest and stand out from the crowd. As a professional sales consultant, you need to know your buyer's industry, marketplace, common problems, and needs. A reference to any of the aforementioned issues greatly increases your chances of arousing interest. If your client is struggling with, let's say, high maintenance costs, and you are able to provide a solution to make it lower, just start from there. If the product you offer meets the requirements that are mandatory for the ongoing project in which your prospect is currently involved, this is your foothold from which you should start. If competition makes your client's blood boil and you are able to present a competitive edge which can at least theoretically give your prospect dominant position on the market, you will get your prospect's full attention. Similar arguments simply work. Number 1, how to arouse your client's interest. Do market research and refer to the most important issues that are relevant to your client. Many years ago, when I was a sales manager in one of the branch office of the electrotechnical wholesaler, one of my tasks, apart from generating sales and meeting clients, was maintaining existing relationship with regular suppliers as well as meeting new potential suppliers. Standard task that every sales manager deals every day. One day called me a young guy. He introduced himself. He was offering a product that was not strategic to my company. In fact, I didn't really care if I would buy it from one supplier or another, but this sales guy has no selling skills at all. He was terrible. He wasn't able to present the terms of condition in an attractive manner, build trust. Generally, it was very clear to me that he had no sales experience. So after a minute or two, I just brushed him off. A few days later, I got a call. A guy whom I barely knew, who from time to time was buying some stuff from us, asked me why I was so cruel and I blew off his young brother who already started his first sales job. He didn't blame me, he just wanted to find out what went wrong. As you can guess, a few days later, the guy called me again, visited me in my office, and we did business together. Number 2, how to arouse your client interest. People buy from people they know. Recommendations are the best form of getting initial attention. And it's not about you really know someone. It's only about sharing some common values. So be creative. Really, there is no excuse. You might have heard about 6 degrees of separation theory. It says that everyone is linked to everyone by way of introduction or familiarity, so-called friendship chain. What means that by the friends of your friends, you are only 6 steps away from anyone on earth. 6 refers to the number of links in the chain of the acquaintances. So between any two strangers, there are at most 5 intermediaries that link them together. We can picture it more or less that we live in our little social bubbles, and some bubbles touch each other and form a big structure like a sponge. And that's how the world of connections looks like. Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram make the world is getting even smaller. Researchers studying connectedness of social networks claim now that the average number of acquaintances separating any two people on Earth is not 6 but 4. But no matter it's 4, 6 or 10, there's definitely someone who can help you get in touch with anyone you want to in your industry. If you are serious about it, it's practically impossible to fail because as many people around you, so many paths lead to your prospect. And finally, what can arouse your client interest is you. I mean, your personality. So don't be boring, stop to qualify yourself. Don't be the guy that constantly tries to prove what great company he or she represents or what good product he or she offers. Although it seems important, it's not. If you represent, let's say, IBM, you don't start by saying that your company make a good computers. Because you subconsciously feel that you are offering something valuable, your nonverbal communication is strong enough to emanate confidence, and your clients feels that. And they give you a credit of trust. And it doesn't matter if you represent a recognizable brand or no-name company. You should always behave like that. Always assume that what you offer is of great value, and this is how you will be perceived by your clients. At least until they get to know you and they will find out that what you offer is just a load of crap. All this applies to B2B sales model, and that's where my focus is because that's where my experience comes from. My name is Pavel, I've been in sales for over 15 years. I've built a network of contacts and sales from scratch several times in my career on the European market for companies operating in industrial sector. If you like this video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon.